to do what he wants to do.
Oh, man.
Hey guys. They don't see me yet, but hey guys.
Hey.
You know this voice. Alrighty.
Okay, so
Sound check.
okay, so we supposed to pour this mimosa, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so
It is mimosa.
good morning, Dave. So, you know, we on
Life is full of moments, and mimosa makes them better.
Mimosas make them better.
I like that.
That's the tagline.
Ellis came up with that.
Hey, that's a
All right,
great
guys,
tagline.
we got Neil Carr.
We got Neil Carr in the studio. What's up,
Hey,
Pete?
hey.
All right, guys, we are about to start the show. Let's do sound check first.
Yeah, I can hear everybody. So,
Hello. Can you cut mine up?
Hello.
Okay.
Am I good?
What do you
Can
need?
you cut mine up a little bit?
Okay. You good?
Hello.
Is that better? I don't know which one's yours. Is
Hello.
that
That
That's
one is.
better. Okay.
Yep.
So I need to
And
turn
then-
this one up. That's the one.
Then
for
this
now.
one needs to be applied.
The orange juice.
Okay.
Right on over there.
Ooh. That's that loose end.
I know.
Yeah. Can you turn that up a little bit? I can't hear you guys too good.
You said down a little bit? Did somebody say cut it down? Oh, I'm hearing stuff.
Okay.
Good morning. We are
The Morning Takeover.
I'm your girl, Shanisa W.
I'm A-Mac. I don't know how to act. Hey, this is Ellis Dean.
We are going to give you all the latest in entertainment news, politics, and sports. We are on every Monday through Friday at 10:15 on The Real 1100. Let's talk.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey.
We got a full house today. We have myself, Ellis Dean, and we have Neil Carr here with us
Neil
today.
Carr.
Hey.
How you doing, Neil? How you
Rising.
feeling?
Oh, I'm
Man.
feeling blessed.
How you feeling?
Very thankful to be at the morning takeover.
We're happy to
I'm
have
excited
you.
about this interview.
Oh,
The
man.
man has a lot of energy. He's
A
got
lot of
stuff
energy,
to tell. We're
real
having fun
cool.
with this one.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with him.
Sipping mimosas right now.
I know, it was like, this is a requirement. You gotta have mimosas. But
Always.
anyway, Neil,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we know you have been in a lot of different shows.
Mhm.
You've done your thing. You're doing a lot of different things right now. I want to know, how did you start out acting?
You know,
I just jump in with the questions.
jump right on in. Well, it all started from athletics.
Right.
To tell you the truth. I've always had the type
But you're
of
real
person.
tall. Was it basketball?
No, actually football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played
Okay.
quarterback. Got recruited to play quarterback for Delaware State University.
Okay.
Shout out Dover, Delaware, DSU.
HBCUs in the house.
My Hornets.
The Ohio State University right here.
I went to FAM.
tired
I
of
went to
y'all
FAM.
with
I went to
this.
FAM. Yeah, so,
I gotta deal with this.
I represent all the HBCUs in the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think I'm being discriminated again. Because everybody that comes in here is either from FAMU or they're the Alphas. It's always something. I'm the only person from Ohio State, you know what? That's okay though.
That used to be my favorite college team, though.
Really?
Back in the day, Bobby Hoying when he was a quarterback.
Yeah. I remember.
Are you saying that just to make me feel good?
No. I'm telling you all
Okay.
truth. No lies right now.
So you
Okay.
at Delaware State, you got recruited to go play quarterback at
I
Delaware
recruited to play
State.
quarterback, tore my shoulder up, injured my
Okay.
shoulder.
Oh.
Right.
And,
How? How did you injure?
I had a rotator's cuff injury. Coming up.
That's painful.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Couldn't even lift my shoulder.
I broke a leg. That was painful, but I don't know about all that.
No, I had to do acupuncture. I had the whole
Oh, yeah.
So y'all got that in common too?
Oh man, when you wrap your shoulder up, but
I mean, do you have the marks? The three different.
I did acupuncture and I had to get
Ellis probably
neck.
had an
I had to
outfit.
have my neck. I had to get the cortisone shot in my neck.
Wow.
And I still have tingling in my fingers and in my shoulder. It's you get it messed. It's there for life.
Yeah, handicap.
Wow.
I'm handicapped now. Bum shoulder. I try to get the handicap, sticker. So I can ride.
It don't work.
Don't work, man.
All right, so tell us a little bit. How did you said it was started off with athletics.
Yep. So after I got injured, I was kind of searching, what would I do? What should I do? And acting was just one of those things.
What
man,
city were you living in?
Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Wilmington, Delaware.
What's up?
That's I wasn't born there, but I was raised there.
Right.
Elementary, middle school, high school, college. So shout out to all of my Delawareans, man. You guys, I love you.
Love it.
You've been supporting me since day one. So shout out to all you guys.
Yeah, good.
So You get injured, and then you say, okay, what am I gonna do?
What I'm gonna do, man.
What are you gonna do?
And it was funny because I've always been a joker,
Right.
Class clown, someone with like a free spirit.
Right.
So everyone told me that this was the business I was supposed to be in, but I was chasing the wrong dream.
Gotcha.
So God.
Hey, we both been in that situation.
What? Who you telling?
Like, yeah, entertainment is where we're supposed to be, but we were doing other things, yeah.
And God has a way to sit you down,
God
sit
does.
you still for a second, take a few things away from you, and then depending on if you know yourself or not,
Right.
then you know the transition to
Right.
move on. And I
Well, when you take the wrong path too, though, and you'll get those blockages, and that's, I think that's we can both attest to that. When we've gone down some paths where we thought that was where we were supposed to be, and that wasn't, and we had
We both was in
roadblocks.
grad school for
We both had roadblocks. I got a master's degree I don't even use.
Like I call those spiritual blocks,
Right.
like Matumbo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Block that off, man. But that's the thing. I mean, and from God's graces, I'm still using my degree.
Right.
I have a television production degree.
Okay.
I'm minored in theater, so
Okay.
I kind of went at it from a whole production standpoint of things before I really got into acting.
Right, right.
To understand what was going on.
Right.
And I mean, I'm glad I did that because it put me in a position of building some real great resources
Yeah.
for production savvy
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It gave me an opportunity to kind of start my own production company and do a lot of cool stuff.
And you know how it works. Like
Yeah.
you
You
know
have your
how
own
the
production
behind the
company.
scenes work.
Yes, I
What's
do.
the name of your production company?
Fontaine Vision. So
Fontaine
it's
Vision.
I have my own entity which is called Follow the Car, and then Fontaine Vision is my DP, my editor, and his name is Tim Fontaine.
Okay.
Director from Philadelphia. Man, he's been here for about a year and a half, so I was able to help him transition here as well.
Okay.
And we've been rocking since then, man.
That's what's up.
That's
what's up.
Which is real cool. I kind of took, when I had my momentum as far as acting, I didn't focus on that. A lot of my individual situation, like I transitioned my team here,
Right.
and it kind of slowed me down a little bit in what I was doing as far as the individual circumstance.
Right.
But collectively, it's so much more happening. That's how I'm able to produce and executive producing things, man. So I'm very blessed to be in the position I'm in.
That's
So are you
amazing.
doing television? Are you doing videos? You doing
He's
film?
like, I'm doing
What
it
you
We're
all.
doing a little bit of everything. One of the best projects that we've produced here now is a fitness video called RI28.
That's right, because you're a fitness trainer too.
Oh,
So shout out to the RI28 guys, man. G Bryant.
I might give y'all a call. Well, but I'm like the worst client to have though, because like I'll block you on social media and everything.
so we
you
can't
don't
see nothing you're doing,
So
huh?
you can't see me checking in to Cheesecake Factory or Maggiano's. I check in at Piece
You
of
block the
Cake.
fitness trainer?
I block them. I block them.
Spiritual blockage.
I block y'all. I really do because I want you to know what I tell you. I'm tell you I ate carrots, but it might have been a piece of red velvet cake. So I don't need you following me.
Carrot and red velvet, huh? A little
I
something
don't
like
need
that.
to follow
The
me.
carrots
I'm sorry.
had about 10 wings next to it.
Right. I don't need you knowing my
A
every
little bit of icing
move.
on it.
Right. I found myself when my trainer was on my page. I found myself checking into the gym and I wasn't even there. Like that was wrong. Like that was just wrong.
She got espionage going on with the trainer.
Oh, man.
That's when I was like, you know what? I gotta get him off my page. Like this is deep.
Look, you guys got me hearing a little bit behind the scenes. I don't know what my clients be doing.
Right,
That's what they be doing out
we
here?
are
Oh,
blocking
man.
you all. We are eating red velvet cake, and we are doing what we want.
And you know what's the funny thing is I would do the opposite. Like when I would go to like my boot camp classes and stuff like that, and I'd be like, I would have to exercise to be prepared to go to the camp class because I'd be running and all kind of stuff. I got to get in shape to go get in shape.
Go get in shape.
Because I've been in those classes like about to die. I'm like, this is not working. And I wouldn't go
And I'm
work
gonna be honest, like, and I don't like my trainers. They have to be ugly, right? Because I don't want an attractive trainer because then I'm like overworking myself trying to be cute, trying to like, and it's too stressful to have a cute trainer.
And that's part of the motivation, though.
I want an ugly trainer, or I either want a woman. I do not want some fine man standing beside me while I'm looking crazy.
She want a trainer like men should have their nanny.
Right, yeah.
Old and ugly.
I want old and ugly, or I want a
They had no
female.
cute nanny in your house. What are you talking
Or I
about?
want a female. I'm gonna just be honest, but that's that's what it is.
Ben Affleck?
So, I have a question. What was your first role, and how did you find out you got your first role? Like, how was that for you?
You know what?
Was it surreal?
Now we're talking about just off stage or just in general?
Just
You know,
in general.
stage,
First time you
something
got
that was
first-
First role, and then first major role. Let's do that.
Well, my first role, I guess, that gave me some major notoriety was a Philadelphia project. It was called 6 Degrees. Shout out to Cash Gons, the whole Go Cash production family.
Right.
But it was a risky stage play, man. It was deep, man. It had so many different layers to it.
Right.
And I had actually performed with him in a play called The Dreamer with Shirley Murdoch and all of them,
Oh, wow.
a bunch of them. And I was just an extra, man. Had a little light role in the back.
That's
Right,
okay.
right.
I was an extra in Tupac's movie, and I feel good about
Oh
it.
yeah, no. Shoot, all the way up until me really
Right.
getting a reoccurring role. That's
Right.
all you talk about was
Right.
extra stuff. Like
Extra
that.
stuff. Right.
I had people pointing me out like, yo, I saw you on that.
Oh, I got mad extra credentials.
Oh, man.
You need an extra. I'm seasoned extra.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere though. I tell people all the time, don't
I've been on all
disrespect
kind of stuff.
smaller momentum. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it started there. You know, I did that little play, and it was a time where I had no lines or anything, and I was asking my motivation
Right.
for like another actor who was like a 10-year vet.
Right.
So he laughed at me, But then 2 weeks later, he contacted me and was like, look, man, you know, when you came to me that day at that show and asked me what was your motivation for a character that didn't even have any lines,
Right.
it let me know that you was a serious actor, and I started following you.
Right,
So-
because that's deep. What you
Yeah.
said is deep.
Yep.
That's what's
Like,
up.
So from that situation, you know, he sent me a script of something that I was entirely scared to play.
really?
But again, once I read it and I saw how dynamic it was,
Right.
I knew I had to take a stab
What
at it.
scared you?
You know, it was funny because it was about a guy who was on the down low. You know,
Got you.
So
Okay.
coming
Enough said.
coming straight out the gate, it was something that I really, I wasn't aware of.
Right,
I was kind of
right.
scared to even play
Enough
that.
said. We
But
got you.
yeah, but,
We understand.
You know,
We totally understand.
one thing led to another. I played it, you know, and that was one of the things that shot me out, man, and had everyone look at me as a serious actor.
Right. Right.
And you know,
That's
so
what's up.
10 years later, I've done 10 years of regional theater in Philadelphia, the tri-state area, and you know, I kind of got tired of just being up there, man, and hitting the same walls.
Right.
I wanted to kind of build a little more novelty and just get away for a little bit, man. And,
Got you.
you know, I came here 5.5 years ago.
Wow.
You know, and
Everybody ends up in Atlanta. Like, we all do.
This is Hollywood of the
Everybody
South.
ends up. It really
This
is.
is
It
Hollywood
really
of the
is
South.
Hollywood of the South.
ATL Wood, you know,
Yeah.
that's what they call it, man.
I mean, it is. I mean, so many opportunities. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from Ohio. I wouldn't get any of the opportunities I have now in Ohio. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and I really had to think about that. You know, I had to figure, you know, what was for me.
what
And
was
you know,
it?
I've transitioned to New York, been to LA all the time. I'm originally from Los Angeles.
Okay.
A lot
Okay.
a lot of my partners moved out to LA, and it's saturated out there, man.
Yeah.
You know, no disrespect, but you know, I wanted to
It
go
is.
somewhere where I didn't have to, you know, bang on a door
Right.
that's like a long lineage.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, so coming here gave me a better opportunity to kind of get on my feet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, have a lower cost of living, but
Yeah.
also, you know, make a real push and also do the things for myself as well. You know.
Well, the line
That's
is shorter
what's
here.
up.
You know,
Yeah.
the line is shorter
It's
here.
shorter here.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I don't
shorter
know
than
now. I don't know now.
It's getting longer
Yeah,
though.
I mean-
It's getting longer.
Yeah,
There's a lot of folks coming here.
I mean, I just found out where Chris Tucker lives. Chris Tucker lives here. He got a place here too.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
have a place.
Man,
Everybody has a place here.
The one down at Eagles Landing or the other one?
Eagles Landing.
Yes, he's got a spot.
McDonough.
Yeah, down
McDonough.
McDonough.
Oh,
Yeah,
McDonough. Okay,
that's
I
the
was
name of
like,
the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
That's the name of the
I just
neighborhood.
knew
Eagles
McDonough.
Landing.
I don't know much about it. It's too
Yeah.
far from me.
I was with Chris, man. About 2 years ago at the All Black Mass Gala.
Yeah.
You know, he was there.
Yeah.
With the, you know, with the mayor and everybody. Man, I was actually sitting at his table.
Oh, that's
Chris
what's
is a real
up.
cool
That's
dude,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah, real cool.
So I know that with Saints and Sinners, you were supposed to do one season,
Yeah.
but they loved you so much that they wrote you into the next season.
man.
That's huge.
Yep.
When your character is only supposed to be this, and then they're like, "Hey,
We got to bring that
you
back.
so good. We're bringing you back." How did you feel when you first found out you was going to be on Saints and Sinners?
First of all, when I first found out, I didn't even know the name of the project because it was just a pilot
Right.
at the time.
Oh.
So it was an unnamed pilot, and my character didn't have a name. He was a stern face character
Gotcha.
following around Clifton Powell. So he had no lines.
Yeah, stern face
Yeah,
character.
stern face character.
They had Clifton Powell on too.
Yeah.
And that's my brother, man. That's
Yeah.
my big brother,
Oh,
man.
he was
Very
great.
dynamic actor.
He's
Great dude.
He loved the
Great guy,
mimosas.
man.
I'm gonna say that.
All of them as well. We feel the same way about these guys.
So, how did you? So You just knew it was a pilot. You didn't know
that,
what it.
just a pilot.
So then, when did you realize it was big?
Once I went to the reading. When I went to the reading, I'm sitting next to Clifton,
Right.
Richard Lawson,
Yeah.
Vanessa Bell Calloway,
Oh yeah.
J.D. Williams, and the list goes on
Yeah.
of great talent.
Yeah.
So to get out
I
the
met
gate with
Jasmine
that one-
before. Was
yeah,
it
that-
Jasmine?
yeah,
I met her
Jasmine
before.
Burke. She was there. That's my cousin.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's my cousin, man. And we found
I
out
met
on
her.
set.
I was at the Black Women Film Network,
Right.
and I met her there.
Wow, shout out to Jazz, man. She's a talent.
She was a sweetie,
Qualified.
sweetie pie. Okay,
Qualified.
back to you. Sorry.
Yeah, so we segueing into other stuff. Nah, but yeah, man. So you figure out. I just didn't know what was going on. So I sit at the reading, man, and I start reading this great piece, and I'm like, wow, God, if you could just bless me with anything.
Right.
Right.
I mean, at that point, I was thankful for just being there.
Right.
I could have left the reading, and that could have just been it.
Right, right.
But again, God just kept blessing me every day.
Yeah.
Kept unfolding new things to me, man. And I can't take any credit for that. It was God, especially when He
But
starts
faith
to
without
align
works
things.
is dead.
Faith
You know,
without
Right,
works is
right.
dead, man.
You got to put in the work,
Yep.
and you put in the work.
Oh, and I prepared.
That's when you get the blessing.
Yep, I prepared. But one of the biggest things I did was I just took my hands off the steering wheel. I came to a crossroad in my life, man, where it was a crossroad, a fork in the road, and I went straight. I didn't go left, I didn't go right. I went straight. And I kind of did my own thing.
Yeah.
And even now, after jumping on the show that did 7.2 million,
Right.
the first out the gate.
Yeah.
I'm still standing, man, and I'm still focused, and I'm still humbled as ever.
Got to do.
And again,
What is your character like on Saints and Sinners?
Oh man, Maxwell Wallace I call him the top goon.
The Top Gun.
Top goon, man.
Hey, is that good?
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
good.
Oh, okay.
He's a goonie. But once you watch season 1 and season 2,
Yeah.
you'll see that he is. With some more layers under Maxwell Wallace.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think the audience, I don't think we got a chance to really see him for all of those layers. We were just able to see him on a more aggressive side of things. But I mean, again, we're continuing to keep pushing them seasons, and there's no telling what happens with him. But Maxwell was just he was an enforcer. He was an enforcer for Clifton Powell. He was J.D. Williams' character's father's friend and his enforcer.
Right.
So once J.D.'s father had passed away in the sitcom,
Right.
which is his name is Jabari in the series,
Right.
I wind up inheriting his son somewhat.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I mean, him has this tension. And you can see him, kind of coming at me different ways on the show and things of that nature. But I kind of looked at him as a younger guy because I've always looked out for his father. So
Gotcha.
Maxwell was a guy, man, that was running around, taking batons and busting people in the knees and elbows. And
You was gangster with
oh yeah,
it?
he was all the way gangster.
All
He
the
was
way
gangster in
gangster.
there, man. Had a big
Okay.
beard going on and all of that at the time.
I can't even
Y'all see him?
imagine. Like, I'm looking at you right now, but that shows you're a good actor. Because I don't look at you as like you can't play a gangster role. Like, I'm not seeing that, but that shows you're a good actor. Like, you can get into any. I'm like, I don't look.
Are you calling him soft? Are you
No.
calling him
I
soft?
can't hear something. I got the frame
No,
on.
I'm saying he
I thought
comes
I was
in
looking
here.
debonair.
No, he does. He done came up in here with a suit, and no, I mean,
Look
he
at all
was
the
very
tweets. You
nice.
can't be busting nobody in the
And
face.
And I'm like, wait a minute, you like the exterminator? Like, you
No,
was doing you.
And it's funny you said that though, because I play a lot more lighter roles, man.
Right.
So I feel like we play the trick on everyone because
Yeah.
everyone thinks that I'm so aggressive with this character.
Right.
I love to play more lighter romantic comedy. So it's like honestly, for me to get out the gate and play that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, it was great because now my beard is off. Goatee, grow it right back. But now I got a whole different look going on now, and I want to really attack
Yeah.
a lot more, cleaner roles and things of that nature. So that's what we're doing now, man.
Name some other. I know you've been in a couple different shows.
Uh-huh.
What were the other ones?
Well, Survivor's Remorse.
Yes,
I have
yes,
six.
yes.
And it was funny because I've done 4 episodes of that, but then I also came back and I literally doubled for Mike Epps.
Oh, wow,
Which
yeah.
was like,
Oh wow.
yo, that was the
Okay.
funniest.
I can see that. I can see that. How you
Yo, that was the
go from
funniest
like that.
situation ever.
Yeah, I can see that. I had to take my
With the
glasses
goatee
off,
and
but I can
everything.
see that.
Yeah, you can
Which
look-
they
yeah.
put a hairpiece on me.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
threw some type of $3,000 hairpiece from Hollywood here, like laid it on my head and did all kinds of magic with it.
Right.
And I looked up, I had a
Okay.
fro. I'm like, oh. I actually thought I looked like Mike Epps myself.
You did.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
You do now.
I can
Yeah.
see it.
But that day was crazy though,
Yeah.
because the whole time on set, Mike they didn't want Mike to know that he had a double.
Okay.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Is that bad to have a double?
Because Mike was, I guess sometimes Mike knows that he has a double, and it's like, I don't want to do that shot.
Right.
Oh, or
You
it's
know,
like,
so-
it's like, well, I ain't really got to be here.
Yeah, so
Right.
they try to like hide me from him, dress me identical as him,
Right.
and then like it
I
was
guess
it
he
was
do
weird.
looking
Be
just
hiding in the
like you.
back.
Yeah, it was weird. You know what I mean?
Ducking down behind the
Yeah,
car.
man, they had me exiled by myself in some old
Right,
trailer
somebody-
and hiding me and putting sheets on me. I'm like, hold on,
Right.
what's really going on?
Because they was like, Mike Epps might be like, yeah, I ain't coming in.
Yeah, but then when I seen Mike, I saw they didn't know. I wound up seeing him. I know Mike from
Right.
from some projects in Philadelphia.
What did he
some
say when
mutual
you
people.
saw him?
He's
Was
like, hey, man, hold on. Man, you look just like me, man, but you're a little bigger. But
That's
you know what I'm
funny.
saying? Like,
That's
Cause he's
too
short.
funny.
so he said, look, yo, man,
Mike Epps isn't tall?
Nah.
I mean, he's like 5'10". He's like 5'10".
For some reason, I thought
he's
he was
not.
like 6'3".
Nah,
I don't know where I got
nah,
that
he's
from.
not
Yeah, like not 6'3".
He like that.
Oh, okay, I'm making stuff up then, because I swear, he look big on TV.
No, Neil is a tall actor. Like
When
most
he saw
actors
Ice
are
Cube,
anywhere
man.
from like 5'8" to 5'10".
Yeah,
That's what most
that's the
actors are.
truth.
That's
the
the
truth.
truth.
How-
Most actors are like 5'8" to 5'10".
Let me ask you this,
And some are small, like Jamie Foxx and all
how
of
tall
this.
is Ice Cube? Because
5'8".
Mike Epps be looking real tall.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's
Cubes,
5'.
yeah, Cubes.
Oh,
I
okay,
met
'cause
Cube.
Mike Epps be
I met
looking
Cube
tall.
looking right in his face. He's 5'8".
Wow.
Okay.
5'8".
So Ice Cube is just real short,
Yeah,
like
he's
to
just
make him
short.
look bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you find out you were going to be written into season 2?
Well, it was a call. My agent called me and pretty much told me that they're looking to bring me back for season 2, and I was like, huh?
You put what?
Let's go. Let's go. But it was funny because when I decided to pick that project, I had another project on the table. It was called Secrets, and that was that was an independent film that was shot by a real good friend of mine. Her name is Kia Hicks.
Okay, yeah.
They're from DC, the
Yeah.
DC area. I graduated from Del State with her as well.
Okay.
So I really wanted to do that project.
Right.
But it was a local hire. The shooting schedule was like 11 to 12 days out, and it was just weird, man. So it was a real decision I had to make because I felt some type of way I couldn't do that project. So I asked her, could I do both of them?
Right.
So I was trying to see if she could, push one of the locations back.
Work around your
Yeah, because
production
my shooting
Right.
schedule was like, I think it was the 3rd and the 4th, and then I had a long break until like the 9th.
Oh wow.
So I'm just like, darn, maybe she can push it up and I can do this and then
Right.
get back to Atlanta and do that. But she just gave me her, she gave me her blessings, man. Like, Neil, look, I know how hard you work. Like, you got to do that. Not to mention, it's a local hire.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put you in a situation like that, man. So I chose that, man. And it was the best decision that I made, honestly.
That's what's up.
And then it was a few people who I contacted, man, like my close brothers. Tim Fontaine again. I called him,
Yeah.
and I called a good friend of mine in Cali, Todd Anthony.
Okay.
And he's in LA, man. Been doing a lot of great things out that way.
Awesome.
And I'm like, bro, what should I do? And he's like, honestly, man, a sitcom, even though it's just a pilot, go with that, man, because you never know.
Right.
You really never know. And I was already pretty much leaning towards that, but I thought about it and it made all of the sense.
You got some
man.
verification for the decision, and some decisions are tough.
Easy.
Yeah.
But after all of that, right? It was just so wild because the things that just started happening was all God. You
Right.
can't control. Yeah, you can't control any of that, man.
What is there any actor that like you're inspired by? Like who most inspires you? Like who? Just who?
It's funny. It's a few different actors I like. They're not really mainstream like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, let me stop. He is mainstream. Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's my most favorite actor.
Jeffrey Wright is a great actor.
Hands down. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Denzels and the Will Smiths and the Tom Hanks and all of that.
I love some Denzel.
But Jeffrey Wright, man, is amazing at what
He
he
is.
does.
And his versatility is
Very,
ridiculous.
very, very, very ridiculous. And the thing that I like about him most, man, is he's a working actor.
Yeah.
And it's not more so celebratory status.
Nah.
And I've always wanted to be an actor where I can kind of walk the streets.
Yeah.
And just if people look at me and say, "Oh, he look familiar." Oh, that's it.
Right.
I continue to walk.
I can see Jeffrey Wright in Starbucks and be like,
Yeah,
that's Jeffrey Wright over
Give
there.
him some
They wouldn't mess with him. They wouldn't,
and I'm gonna go shake his hand.
appreciate what you do.
I'm like, I'm gonna get that picture.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Like,
what
I'm
you do,
immediate.
but he won't be a dude like if Will Smith walks in a Starbucks, it's gonna be a mob.
It's gonna be a
It's
mob,
gonna
man.
be a mom.
Whereas Jeffrey Wright could be sitting in there on a laptop and people would come up to him,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't
But
like
they
There's
him.
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. That's the kind of actor I would want to be.
Well, either two though. You know what I
See,
mean?
me, I would want to be the one that everybody knows.
Nah,
me.
Right. And it's a choice,
I
though.
want to
It's a
be.
choice.
I tell people that all the time. I'm like, as an actor or as anybody, know what it is you're doing out here, man.
Yeah.
So that way you can make a choice.
Is it hard to jump in and out of different characters?
I mean, we do it every day.
Are you a method actor or?
Yeah, I take a little bit of pieces out of everything.
Okay. Alright.
And create my own style.
Okay.
What I search for is the truth. And any character that I play, man, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
And now I have a lot of different ways to get to the truth.
Right.
But
You've been on 4 shows, right?
yeah.
Okay, what are they? So just
Survivor's Remorse, Being Mary Jane.
Okay.
Saints and Sinners. And here I had a chance to be on Hunger Games. So I sat there for 3 weeks, man. I was a peacekeeper on Hunger Games as well. That was like the earlier project that I got on. All featured extra stuff and good background.
Rob Hardy shot. He directed a couple episodes of Being Mary Jane.
Yeah,
We had Rob on the show, so he did a couple episodes.
Did you ever meet Gabrielle Union?
Oh yeah, I met Gabrielle.
How is she?
Man, she's dope.
I was at a club the same night she was there, but she was mostly up in a DJ booth. But I just wanted to go up to her and be like, look, I just need a selfie. Let's just do a selfie.
You gotta do that though.
But I couldn't get to her, and I mean, she's in a DJ booth.
She's that person,
And I was dancing, and then they started playing, Nicki Minaj and stuff, and I kind of loved it.
It was over after that.
I started dancing. I was kicking it. They kept playing all my songs.
started playing, and it was
Right, all these songs, and I just couldn't stop dancing and getting over there. So I mean, but I tried for a second.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So
I'm having a ball with y'all too, man. Y'all had to bring me back, man.
We
We're
definitely.
coming back.
Look, you come back next week.
I'm coming.
You come back next week.
I will be
Are
here.
you ever? Let me ask you this.
I'm sure some of our female watchers are enjoying.
I know they are. I'm gonna put the picture up later of him getting out the pool. Did y'all see that picture? Oh, man, that's really the picture I sent over for him to be on the flyer. But I guess I was like, what's this?
There's a male and a female.
Right, but
when
I
it was
sent
you
it
and
to
A-Back,
her.
it was all good.
I sent the picture of you getting out the pool. I was like, that's the one. And then all of a sudden, when I got your flyer back, I was like, that's not the one I picked. But okay. We're supposed to see all that.
See all that getting out
We'll put that up later.
Well, I'm gonna post it in a minute. Y'all gonna see it in a minute. So, how can people contact you? As far as actually more so, how can people follow you?
You can follow me on my IG, which is follow. To spell that out, follow the car.
Follow the car. Yeah.
Follow the 2 R's.
Yep. Follow
Car
the car,
with
2
2
R's, which is my last name.
With 2 R's, that's important because I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, follow the car.
Same thing with my website. It's www.followthecar.com.
Follow the car.
Okay.
So pretty much everything I do
How did
runs
you
on
come
that
up with
website.
that?
It's
Just something smooth.
yeah, that's my last name, man. But it's almost like, when you try to tell people about what you're doing,
Yeah.
vision, and they don't pay attention to it at all.
Right.
Then you got to put them in the rearview mirror.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the whole concept, man.
Follow the
You
car.
follow the car.
Yeah.
Because and not just the people that I put in the rear view,
Yeah.
but the people who need inspiration, motivation, the people
Yeah.
who can't indulge into their dreams, the people who need, some other people to help them make decisions and things of that nature, man. Like, I'm just out here going,
One of my favorite songs is the song "Hello" by T.I. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
I love that song,
Yeah.
and it talks specifically to that. Like, put them in your rearview mirror, wave hello.
Yep,
Like,
keep pushing, man.
I'm hoping to go.
Because you'll be surprised how people, just kind of step in and step out.
I want to call some people out, but I'm not going to. Because I'm going to just say this. After I put that picture up of you, I got some inboxes. And I'm not going to say who all was in my inbox asking, but you got a lot of ladies that's looking today at you on this show.
I'm sure.
Because my inbox was crazy. It was like,
Wow.
so
Who
do
is
you
that?
know him? Like,
Impressed.
so are y'all real cool?
Thank you.
Like, I'm like, I don't know him. I know we're not real
He's
cool.
friend of the
It's
show
gonna-
now, though.
He's a
we-
friend of the
y'all
show.
family of the show.
So I'm sure that your inbox is gonna be a little bit.
man.
We'll definitely have Neil out when we do a remote. So we'll have him come out, sign some autographs. Sign
Oh
some
yeah, for
pictures,
sure, man.
highlight some ladies, whatever. So
anything
y'all
you
get a
guys
chance
need,
to meet him. So we
and first,
definitely.
first and foremost, I just want to thank anybody that's supported me, anybody who has been
We
supporting me.
support you. We're in takeover. We got you.
Yep, the new supporters who
Yeah.
want to come off of this show, which I know they'll be there. And again, man, ladies, thank you.
We're
Thank
gonna
you
put this
very much.
video everywhere. And
Follow the car. Y'all make sure y'all follow
follow
him
the
on
car.
IG.
So ladies, the
Follow
ladies
the
that were
car.
in my inbox, follow the car. That's
Follow.
what you do.
Yes,
Follow the car.
And don't fall for the fake one because when
And
I was
don't lie
following
to
him
him.
yesterday,
Don't-
I was looking
Oh,
for
you know what?
yesterday.
Nah,
There's
and I
a real
have-
car on Instagram. Don't go for that one.
Listen,
Just
I
follow
also-
the car.
Don't lie to him and say you want him to be your personal trainer too.
Yeah, we're not having that.
And then
I'm not
you
having
Get the
just
video.
really
Get the
want
video.
him.
You want to see
Right.
video?
Get the
Get the
strap.
video.
Like 50 said,
Exactly.
get the strap, man. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not, you know, when it comes to that fitness thing, I'm very serious about it.
Right, right.
And
That's why I could never be your client.
Yeah,
Not even for a minute.
yeah,
not even for a
I'm
day.
very serious about that. To the point where
Put
you
in
know,
work.
my client loads are like 5 to 6.
Gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha.
you know, depending on what project I'm having and things like that. Oh yeah, and shout out to all my clients. You know who you are, man. You know, keep pushing for those great
Guys,
results.
we are the morning takeover. Thank you so much, Nell Carr, for coming on the
Thank
show.
you very much for having
We
me.
are going to bring
Yeah.
you back maybe next week because my inbox, yeah. All right, guys, I am Shanisa W. You can find me on Instagram at Shanisa W, Facebook, Shanisa Whitehead.
And I'm your boy Silly Thoughts. That's SILLE Thoughts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we are the Morning Takeover. You can follow the show on Facebook and Instagram with the Morning
And
Takeover
follow
Radio
the
Show.
car.
And follow the car. How about that?
Thank you
You
guys
follow
for
us,
having me.
follow the car. We'll see y'all.
See you tomorrow.
See you later.
Follow the car. That's
More
what's up.
Moses.
Oh, jeez.
So we're actually going to do another show in there,
Hey.
right? Today.
Man, that was,
Yeah,
I had a ball with y'all. I
Yeah.
didn't get a look. I feel like I didn't even get a chance to answer your question. I'm trying to answer.
But you know what? We don't let you.
Yeah,
We don't let
exactly.
you.
We
Like,
don't.
Yeah,
we don't let you.
Yo, I
We
love you guys' show, man.
we don't really. We
Oh,
ask the
Chad was already saying
questions.
he's going to hit you up with some fitness
Oh,
tips.
yeah. Oh, that's dope.
And this
man.
is the thing, we ask you questions, but we let you like halfway, answer them, because then we go on to the next.
I
Like,
love
got
it, man.
questions.
I love it. And again,
Anytime y'all need
anytime y'all need me on here to do any fitness stuff, yeah,
Are we recording for tomorrow?
Yeah, but it's Thursday.
Yeah, we got to go there.
Next
So,
door.
does he want to hang around? And you
You
want to bring
can
him
ask him. We're
Yeah,
okay, guys. On Thursdays, like me and Ellis take Fridays off, so on Thursdays we do 2 shows. So we're gonna pre-record for tomorrow's show. And would you like to? It's all celebrity news. You gonna hang with
why
us?
not? Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll be back in
Gonna
a
be this
minute.
fun. Free mimosas, come on.
Free mimosas. I
Yeah,
got more.
so we're going to sign off and then we'll be back on in probably
We'll be
about
back
10 minutes.
on in like 10 minutes.